My beloved child, stop, right now, and listen closely, because there is something you cannot afford to miss. Your soulmate is close, closer than you realize, but there is a moment approaching, a narrow window, where if you don't notice what's happening, this connection could quietly slip past you. I don't say this to frighten you, my beloved child. I say this because I care too much about your story to let you miss it. So breathe with me, settle into this moment, and let's uncover exactly what you need to notice, right now. Every soulmate connection, my beloved child, passes through certain windows, brief periods of heightened opportunity, where circumstances align in ways that don't remain open indefinitely. You are entering one of these windows right now. This does not mean your soulmate will vanish forever if you miss it, my beloved child. But it does mean that this particular opportunity, this specific alignment of timing, deserves your full attention while it remains open. I want to address the fear this title may have stirred within you, my beloved child. Slipping away does not mean your soulmate disappearing from existence, or love becoming permanently unavailable to you. It means, more precisely, that a particular opportunity for connection right now could pass by unnoticed, requiring a longer, more difficult path to eventually circle back around. Understanding this distinction, my beloved child, allows you to receive this message with clarity rather than panic. Right now, my beloved child, there are likely signs surrounding you that could easily be dismissed as ordinary, unremarkable moments. An invitation you're hesitant to accept, a name that keeps resurfacing in conversation, a small, persistent feeling that you should reach out to someone, revisit somewhere, or try something new. These signs, my beloved child, are easy to overlook precisely because they don't announce themselves loudly, they simply wait quietly, hoping to be noticed. You might wonder, my beloved child, why this particular moment carries such weight compared to the ordinary rhythm of your daily waiting. Because right now, the alignment between you and your soulmate has reached a particularly delicate, significant point, one where your own presence, your own willingness to notice and respond, plays a genuinely important role in how smoothly this next stage unfolds. I want to be honest with you, my beloved child, about what happens when these subtle signs pass by unnoticed. The connection itself does not disappear, but the timeline often lengthens. Opportunities that could have unfolded relatively soon may instead require additional detours, additional lessons, additional waiting before circumstances realign again. This is not punishment, my beloved child. It is simply the natural consequence of missed opportunities requiring new pathways to eventually reach the same destination. Often, my beloved child, we miss important signs not because we're incapable of noticing them, but because certain habits keep us distracted. Constant busyness that leaves no room for stillness, excessive scrolling and distraction that numbs our natural intuition, old skepticism that dismisses anything unexplainable before genuinely considering it. If any of these habits resonate with your own life recently, my beloved child, this is precisely the moment to gently interrupt them. Just as you might risk missing signs on your end, my beloved child, your soulmate faces the same risk within their own life. They, too, may be tempted to dismiss unexplainable feelings, to stay comfortably within familiar routines rather than stepping towards something new and uncertain. This mutual risk, my beloved child, is precisely why this message carries such urgency. Both of you are being asked, simultaneously, to notice and respond, rather than let this window pass unnoticed. In the coming days, my beloved child, pay particularly close attention to any unexpected invitation or opportunity that arises, especially one that initially feels slightly outside your comfort zone. This could be a social gathering you'd normally decline, a spontaneous suggestion from a friend, or even an unexpected shift in your usual routine. Whatever form it takes, my beloved child, lean toward saying yes, rather than automatically declining out of habit or hesitation. I want to speak honestly, my beloved child, about comfort zones. While they offer safety, they can also, unintentionally, become obstacles to the very connection you're hoping for. Your soulmate may be approaching through circumstances that require you to step slightly outside familiar patterns. A new place, a new activity, a new social circle. Staying rigidly within your comfort zone, my beloved child, however understandable, risks missing the exact bridge currently being built toward this connection. Let's pause together, my beloved child, for an important moment of awakened attention. Take a slow breath in, and release it gently. Silently, in your heart, say these words. I choose to notice what's in front of me. I release distraction and old comfort zones. I remain open to opportunities, even ones that feel unfamiliar, trusting they may lead me exactly where I need to go. Sit with this intention for a moment longer. Trust it, my beloved child. I want to caution you, my beloved child, against a common mistake many people make during this exact stage of their journey, waiting for absolute certainty before taking any action. Certainty, my beloved child, rarely arrives before action. It usually arrives afterward, as a result of having taken the leap, rather than as a prerequisite for taking it. Don't wait for perfect certainty before saying yes to what's in front of you, my beloved child. Trust, courage, and willingness matter more right now than certainty ever could. You may notice, my beloved child, that this message carries a heavier sense of urgency than some you've received before. This is intentional. Not every stage of your soulmate journey requires equal urgency, but this particular stage, right now, genuinely does. The window currently open won't remain fully open indefinitely, and I want you fully equipped to notice and respond while it remains available. If, upon reflection, my beloved child, you realize you may have already dismissed a sign recently, an invitation declined, a feeling ignored, please don't spiral into regret. The universe, my beloved child, remains remarkably persistent. Missing one opportunity rarely means missing the connection entirely. It simply means paying even closer attention moving forward, starting right now, with this very message. Sometimes, my beloved child, the people around you become unknowing messengers, nudging you toward exactly the opportunities you need to notice. A friend insisting you join them somewhere, a family member suggesting you try something new. Pay closer attention to these nudges over the coming days, my beloved child. They may carry more significance than they initially appear to. Beyond external signs, my beloved child, your own body often provides reliable signals worth trusting. A sudden lightness when considering a particular opportunity, an unexplainable resistance towards staying in your usual routine, a persistent, quiet excitement that doesn't seem to have an obvious external cause. These physical responses, my beloved child, often reflect deeper intuitive wisdom, worth taking seriously during this particular window. I want to acknowledge something honestly, my beloved child. Passivity often feels safer, more comfortable, especially after a long period of waiting. It would be easier, in some ways, to simply continue as you have been, without the extra effort of noticing and responding to new opportunities. But this ease, my beloved child, comes at a cost right now, the cost of potentially letting this particular window close without fully engaging with it. Noticing and responding to this window, my beloved child, requires real courage, the courage to say yes despite uncertainty, to step slightly outside comfort, to trust unexplainable feelings even without complete logical justification. This courage, my beloved child, is exactly what will carry you across whatever remaining distance separates you from your soulmate. Despite the urgency of this message, my beloved child, true peace remains both possible and important. Urgency does not require anxiety, it simply requires attentiveness. Hold this attentiveness gently, my beloved child, rather than allowing it to spiral into fear or desperation. When this opportunity finally presents itself clearly, my beloved child, it likely won't announce itself dramatically. It will probably feel ordinary, easy to overlook if you're not already paying close attention. This is exactly why today's message carries such weight, my beloved child, not because something extraordinary is about to happen in an obvious way, but because something quietly extraordinary is about to happen in a very ordinary disguise. Sometimes, my beloved child, our reluctance to notice and act on opportunities stems from an unconscious desire to protect ourselves from potential disappointment. If part of you has been hesitant lately, consider gently whether fear of disappointment might be playing a role. Naming this fear, my beloved child, often loosens its grip, allowing you to move forward with greater freedom. I want to reassure you, my beloved child, that this message isn't asking you to perfectly notice and respond to every single sign flawlessly. It's simply asking for genuine effort, genuine attentiveness, genuine willingness to engage rather than remain passive. Perfection was never the standard here, only sincere participation. Imagine, my beloved child, looking back one day, having fully noticed and responded to this exact window of opportunity. You might tell the story of how you almost stayed home that one evening, but decided to go anyway, how you almost declined that invitation, but said yes instead, how a small, seemingly ordinary choice became the very bridge that led you to your soulmate. Let today become part of that eventual story, my beloved child. As you move forward from this message, my beloved child, carry heightened awareness, genuine courage, and gentle trust with you. Notice more closely than usual. Say yes more often than you might typically. Remain open to opportunities that stretch you slightly beyond your usual comfort. Before we near the true close of this message, my beloved child, I want to offer one final, heartfelt encouragement. You have everything within you already, my beloved child, to notice and respond to what's approaching. Trust yourself, trust the timing, and trust that this window, once fully engaged with, will lead you exactly where you're meant to go. Once you begin genuinely noticing and responding to this window, my beloved child, something quietly shifts in how the rest of your journey unfolds. You become less anxious about missing signs in the future, because you've already demonstrated, to yourself, your own capacity to notice and act. This builds a foundation of self-trust that continues serving you long after this particular moment has passed. Interestingly, my beloved child, the very act of noticing and courageously responding to opportunities often becomes part of your own healing journey. Each time you choose engagement over avoidance, presence over distraction, courage over fear, you heal, gradually, whatever old patterns once kept you disconnected from your own intuition. This healing, my beloved child, benefits not only your soulmate connection, but every area of your life moving forward. As we truly near the final close of this message, my beloved child, I want to repeat something worth hearing more than once. You have not been forgotten, my beloved child. This window, this moment of heightened opportunity, exists precisely because your story continues moving forward, not because it has stalled or been abandoned. Let this reassurance settle deeply into your heart, carrying you forward with confidence rather than anxiety. Before we let this message fully rest, my beloved child, I want to offer you a final blessing. May you notice what needs to be noticed. May you find courage where hesitation once lived. May this window, however brief, lead you exactly toward the connection you've been waiting for. And may you walk forward from here, my beloved child, awake, aware, and ready for what comes next. I want to offer you some clarity, my beloved child, about how this particular window compares to opportunities that may arise later in your journey. Every window carries its own significance, but this one, arriving at this exact stage of your story, holds a unique kind of leverage. The alignment currently present between you and your soulmate is rarely duplicated in exactly the same way twice. This doesn't mean future opportunities won't exist, my beloved child. It simply means this particular one deserves the full weight of your attention while it remains open. Balancing heightened alertness with genuine peace, my beloved child, is perhaps the most important skill this message asks you to practice. Consider setting aside a few quiet minutes each day, simply to check in with yourself, without anxiety, without obsessive searching. Ask gently, is there anything today asking for my attention? And then release the question, trusting that clarity will arrive naturally, rather than through force. This gentle rhythm, my beloved child, allows you to remain both alert and calm throughout this sensitive window. Beyond the soulmate connection itself, my beloved child, this entire experience of learning to notice and respond teaches you something invaluable about trusting your own inner voice. Many people go through life quietly overriding their own intuition, talking themselves out of feelings that later prove significant. This window, my beloved child, offers you a chance to practice the opposite. Honoring your intuition, even when logic alone can't fully explain it. This skill, once strengthened, will serve you far beyond this single moment, shaping how confidently you move through every future decision in your life. If, in the coming days, my beloved child, doubt creeps back in, or the urgency of this message begins to fade into the background of ordinary life, I want you to remember this simple phrase, one you can return to whenever needed. I notice. I trust. I respond. 3 simple words, my beloved child, capable of anchoring you back into the presence and courage this window requires, no matter how many times you need to repeat them. I want to remind you, my beloved child, that responding to this window doesn't require massive, dramatic action. Saying yes to one small invitation, allowing yourself one small moment of vulnerability, choosing curiosity over dismissal just once, in one small interaction. These small steps, my beloved child, genuinely count as real, meaningful progress. You don't need to transform overnight, my beloved child, you simply need to begin, gently, wherever you currently stand. As we reach the very last moments of this message, my beloved child, I want to leave you with one final, simple truth. You are not too late. You have not missed your chance. This window, though it carries real significance, remains open right now, in this very moment, for you to fully step into. Walk forward, my beloved child, awake, courageous, and trusting, into whatever this window is preparing to reveal. Before we fully rest, my beloved child, I want to make one final distinction clear. Everything shared today came from urgency rooted in love, not fear, the kind of urgency a caring friend offers when they see something important you might otherwise overlook, not the kind of urgency that manipulates or frightens. Carry this understanding with you, my beloved child, whenever this message crosses your mind again in the coming days. Consider, my beloved child, where you might stand 6 months from today, having genuinely engaged with everything shared in this message. Perhaps you'll already be building something beautiful with your soulmate, perhaps you'll still be in a season of preparation, but noticeably more attuned, more confident, more at peace with the process. Either way, my beloved child, the version of you who genuinely engaged with today's message will stand in a meaningfully different place than the version who let it pass by unnoticed. As this message truly comes to its close, my beloved child, everything ultimately comes down to one simple, ongoing choice. Will you notice, or will you drift past? Will you engage, or will you remain passive? Will you trust, even amid uncertainty, or will you let doubt quietly steer you away? You don't need to answer this perfectly today, my beloved child. You simply need to keep choosing, gently, presence over distraction, again and again, for as long as this journey requires. Even beyond your soulmate connection itself, my beloved child, the way you choose to engage with this window leaves a lasting legacy within you. You will carry forward, into every future relationship, every future opportunity, the muscle of noticing and responding you're building right now. This window, my beloved child, is training you for far more than just this single connection. As we truly bring this message to its final rest, my beloved child, I want to leave you with a closing reflection on trust itself. Trust does not mean knowing exactly how everything will unfold. It means choosing, again and again, to move forward with an open heart, even without complete certainty. You have shown this trust simply by staying present through this entire message, my beloved child. Carry it forward now, into whatever this window reveals next. Before we truly let this message rest, my beloved child, I want to leave you with one small, practical habit you can carry forward from today. Each time an unexpected invitation or opportunity arises this week, pause for just a breath before automatically declining out of habit. Ask yourself gently, what if I said yes to this one? And then trust your answer, whatever it turns out to be. This simple pause, my beloved child, repeated consistently, may become one of the most meaningful practices you carry through this entire window. Before we truly let this message rest, my beloved child, I want to leave you with one final thread to hold on to, something small enough to remember even on your busiest days. Whenever you feel unsure whether something in front of you matters, simply ask yourself, would future me be grateful I paid attention to this? Let that quiet question guide you gently through this window, my beloved child, more reliably than any single sign ever could. As we truly, finally rest this message, my beloved child, hold on to one simple closing truth. You were meant to hear this today. Not by accident, not by random chance scrolling through your feed, but because your soul was ready to receive exactly this reminder, at exactly this time. Trust that, my beloved child, and let it steady you as you move forward. Just before we truly close, my beloved child, I want to add one last, simple reassurance. Everything shared in this message was offered with genuine care, not to create pressure, but to gently walk beside you through this particular stage of your journey. You have received it well, my beloved child, simply by staying present through every part of it. As we come to the true end of this message, my beloved child, I want you to carry this truth with you. Your soulmate is not far away, but this particular window of opportunity does require your genuine attention right now, rather than passive waiting. Notice what's in front of you, my beloved child, say yes to what stretches you gently, and trust that by fully engaging with this moment, you are actively participating in bringing this beautiful connection closer to reality. If this message resonated with you, like this video, comment if you've noticed any signs lately that you almost dismissed, and subscribe to Hidden Blessings Message for daily spiritual guidance, soulmate signs, and divine messages sent straight to your soul. Until next time, stay awake, my beloved child, don't let this moment slip by.